Amazon Prime Air, even though it holds many innovations and possibilities that'll get Amazon to make billions of dollars, I think a couple things need to happen. My favorite, I would have to say, is how they're going to make it so that obese people actually get less fat because they're sitting around just ordering random crap off of Amazon Prime. You know, one of my friends from YouTube once said, the future. This is what I think about the Amazon Prime Air, and this is a complete full review of it. I just showed you the video that Amazon officially released a couple months ago about Amazon Prime Air. Now, even though I do think that this is very innovative, and trust me, I can't wait to press my Kindle Fire and boom, magical stuff flies out of the air, but I have a couple concerns. I would like to show you a couple clips from a Discovery News channel that actually tells you why we can't actually have Amazon Prime quite yet. And what would happen if we did before we actually fixed a couple of the things that needed to be fixed?
Little as a year, we could be watching drones whizzing through the air, bringing people off-brand lightning cables and things they're too lazy to run to Target for. The future! There are a lot of technical and regulatory problems to be solved before something like Prime Air can get off the ground. Currently, in the U.S., anything flying under 400 feet and in an operator's line of sight is considered a model airplane for which you do not need a license. The FAA has been reticent to release clearance or relax regulations enough to let a large number of unwatched drones into public airspace, saying that they have high crash rates and poor maneuvering. They also have a tendency to get stuck. The proximity sensors on most of them just aren't sensitive enough to see a tree branch quick enough not to snag themselves on it. And the FAA is worried about fast-moving objects in the air, even low-flying aircraft in certain areas. If the drones can't sense trouble and avoid it quickly enough, they could cause a lot of damage. There's also a concern about civilian drones being hijacked wirelessly and flown to a different location, which the Department of Homeland Security did in a test this summer. Imagine someone hacking a drone and then landing your stuff in their yard. I'm not sure how easy that is, but you can bet it's something on Amazon and the FAA's mind. Then you've got simple human theft concerns. You see a drone flying, you knock it out of the air, you grab the stuff, or you see it landing on someone's porch and you snag a package before the homeowner comes out. I'm sure there'll be things like mobile alerts to let people know when their drone is coming, but then what about people gaming the system? Dude, I went outside, package just wasn't there. There's no delivery system to blame as the middleman, and so Amazon would be responsible. Tack that onto fears from the technocratic and the technophobic alike, and you have got the makings of something that could be in legislation for a long time. The Electronic Frontier Foundation is worried about drones as an invasion of privacy, the ACLU is worried about them as death robots, and the government is worried about their criminal usage. In Georgia, a drone was being used in an attempt to deliver cigarettes into a state prison, and while cigarettes are bad for you, I think it was more the spookiness of it flying right in there unnoticed that scared them.
Well, now that you had a chance to look at my YouTube video and actually see what the professionals are talking about, I just want to make a couple points. They're never going to get this up in 2015. I mean, come on, people. Did I talk too fast? I think I talked too fast. Yeah. Anyway, what I was saying is, the CEO's like, okay, 2015 premiere. I would love for that to happen, but it won't. I mean, if you think about it, it's 2014, that's 1 year. That's less than a year now. How on earth are we positively going to get that done? I mean, what happens? I thought YouTube video basically said everything. I picked that YouTube video and I cut out the parts I wanted you to see and wanted you not to see. But this is really what I'm talking about. Amazon Prime Air ain't gonna get off the ground. Amazon Prime Air, it's gonna cost Amazon billions and billions of dollars, and it's gonna cost the users of Amazon maybe $10 extra. And if you have a Prime Air shipment, maybe it'll be $5 extra. So, you know, I don't know. I mean, that YouTube video basically said it all. There are proximity sensors. Drones can be hacked. So what I really think the problem is, Amazon needs to think is, okay, we do a primary testing in Chicago on the south side, or any bad part of a big city, and just do it and see what people think of. Oh, there goes a drone. There was a drone at it. Oh, the drone has a better proximity sensor than the person's able to veer around that flying stone. Good. Okay, we don't have to worry about stones. Hackers. Oh, it's easily hacked. Oh, that's a problem because once we actually start releasing it, we have a huge issue because people. So soon. Wouldn't that be so cool? Instead of running out to the Verizon store, you know what your phone you want, and you just click on Amazon. In 30 minutes, your phone comes here. Put in the SD card, click enter, and you're making a phone call. I love that because I know my worst part about buying a phone is running down to the store, actually buying a phone. So it'd be so cool. I ordered it, and voila! 30 minutes later, I'm talking on my brand new smartphone. I'd love that. But it won't work. It just won't work because there's too much of stuff to happen before it actually takes off. I'm using take off too much. I think I'm going a little punny here today. Well, I think that I would love to say that Prime Air, it's off the ground. Amazon Prime Air is already revolutionizing the world, and it's people are already like, oh my god, this is amazing. But it's Amazon's such a huge company; they have too much stuff to worry about. Amazon Prime Air is not going to work right. You have to have companies like shop.com or something like that to start this first that aren't big enough and see how they work, and then Amazon learns, and then Amazon takes over, and then Amazon steals everybody's money because Amazon, right? So I think that's my opinion. Amazon has to do a trial thing, let somebody actually do what they can do, anybody, just free out to the world, and say, if you hack this, we'll give you 30 extra bucks. Or figure out a way to do something. And so Amazon writes it all down. They figure out a way, they foolproof it, and then done. They can fly through the air. But that won't be by 2015, people. That'll be by 2020. And the price of all those drones and the coordination, everything of those drones. I mean, you saw that video. There's 5 packages lining up with one drone. Please, that's 30 minutes. It's a 30-minute. That's 30 minutes one way. That's an hour trip. That means that's going to be about 5. That's 5 hours. That is so long to wait for a package. So that's my concern. It'll be 5 hours until I receive a package where I can just run outside or something. Or on a slow day, thunderstorms. Oh, sorry, can't do it. But it'll come to you. You already paid for it. There's no return. Sorry. What happens with that package left over? You saw that person had the box. What do they do? Do they leave it outside? Do they have to drive it back to Amazon store? Do they leave it outside and they have a deal with UPS or something like Amazon already does, and the UPS people just ship it back? Or what? They probably do that, but that's all I can say. I think that's all the comments I actually have. If you could leave some and subscribe and like, I would love that. This has been an Infernal Tech full review of the Amazon Prime Air, and, well, all I have to say is goodbye.